Hey everyone, my name's Caswell Cook. I'm on the Westerly Town Council, and our producer, Ben Barber, thought it would be a great idea, and I did too, if we would bring on a couple of the people in the town of Westerly that are going to be overseeing the distribution of the vaccines as they come out. So this is a specific video for folks that live in Westerly, and I wanted to bring onto the screen our police chief and our EMA director. So Amy and Chief, how are you guys today?
Very good. Thank you, Caswell.
Good, thanks.
So let's just walk us through what the story is for the next few weeks. And either one of you can go first about how many vaccines Westerly is going to get and who we're trying to target first.
Good, Amy.
So we are absolutely targeting the 75 plus population in this next couple of weeks that the state has given us vaccine for. We are looking at 510 doses for this coming Monday, and then 160 doses each week for the following 3 weeks. So we are very excited about the number of individuals that we will be able to vaccinate. Though it's not everybody in the 75 plus population, it is more than half.
And Chief, tell us where do people register? A lot of people are confused. Some people aren't online in the same way that other people are. So where are people going for information or to sign up, and how does it work?
So we're registering under a Code Red site, which is the site that people that register for it are alerted to storms, disasters, evacuations, missing people, any messages that we need to get out to the community. So you would have to go on and register. Again, if you're 65 and over, you can register too. Just check off the 65 and over box. And it's on the town website, the police department website, the town and police social media pages, the link to go on to do it. If you need help in doing it, there's a phone number, 401-348-2526, which is we're calling it a COVID hotline that rings at the police department. Will answer any questions. We can actually get you registered if you need to. The senior center has been more than gracious to help people register all along the way. They're also willing to help people. Once you're on that Code Red list, that populates down to us, and then we're calling people up and registering them for the vaccine.
And Amy, what's the difference between doing the vaccinations at the town site versus what you're hearing is happening at CVS and things like that? I mean, people aren't supposed to do both, right?
We obviously only want one vaccine. But if you are able to get a vaccination appointment at CVS or Walgreens, just please let us know to cancel yours, because we want to ensure that we can get the next person on the list. So the state's goal is that between CVS and Walgreens, the municipal sites that we're setting up across the state, as well as 2 state mega sites that they're calling that should come online in the next week and a half, those should help us get to the majority of the 75 plus population in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
If somebody signs up for Code Red and is on that list to get a vaccine and then somehow gets a CVS vaccine, how do they let you know that you should cancel them on the Code Red one?
So if they've only signed up on Code Red, they don't have to do anything. If they have made an appointment with somebody at the police department, when they've called them and they have an appointment date and time, then they just need to call the hotline back and let us know that it's canceled.
And I'm wondering if Ben Barber, our producer, can put up the screen and we can maybe walk people through how exactly they sign up, and either one of you can take it. So this website right here is what website?
So this is the Code Red website. This is the Code Red website. So you want to create an account. You don't want to go on as a guest or anything like that. So you want to create an account, and you can call your account any name you want and make up a password that you wish.
And then what happens after that? Where's that box for I am over 75 or I am over 65?
You'll see if he gets us into something, you can see the next one. It's going to be name and address. So go down, and it's residential information. If you scroll down, contact information up top, first and last name, which you scroll past, first and last name. And then the home, same thing, the address to be notified at, street address. Again, the ones we're registering is Westerly. You have to be a Westerly resident. You can also, we had a question yesterday, you can also be a Bradford resident. Bradford is part of Westerly. So you can have that 02808 to 02808 zip code. Go down, put a phone number in. And then you obviously choose a your mobile provider, because that's for text messaging, obviously. Then go down, hit continue. No, add location. No, keep going down, down, down. Yep, stop. So you got username and password. Keep going down. Confirmation email. You can plug an email. See right there to receive a confirmation email.
Wait, you missed a step.
Okay, go back right there. Bingo, there it is. You went by it quick. So if you're 65 to 74, click. If you're 75 and above, click. And we actually, myself and Amy, both registered ourselves as 75 and over just to see if we got the notification, and we made the list, and we did. So, and then if you want to receive a email, that's the email block right up above. If you wish to keep your email private, you certainly can check off that box. And then term and conditions, you check off. And then it should verify information, bring it to a screen that just verifies all your information. No. It's just kicking you because there was no street address. So just throw a street address in there.
And so it's literally that simple. And then, so now if someone does not have access to be able to do this online, I mean, some people have to, they can go to the library and use the computer, but they can just call the number that's scrolling below on the screen. And then how will you walk them through it? Can you register them from a phone call?
We will register them right from a phone call. And we will even go, in some cases, we go one step further. If, depending how backed up we are in names for the vaccinations, we may even register them right for the vaccination on the spot. 75 and over.
Also, a caregiver could sign themselves up for the person that they care for, whether it's their mother, their father, whomever. So if the 75 and plus person doesn't have an email or a way to do Code Red, someone could do it for them.
And what happens if someone doesn't call and doesn't sign up for Code Red? They're not getting the vaccine?
They won't have an opportunity, no.
Well, we just won't necessarily know, but there's so many.
We don't know who they are at that point. Yeah,
there's so many choices coming up. So we're hopeful that one of the 3 different avenues to get a vaccine will be, our population will be able to take advantage of that.
And what's the system? I guess this is another question. Once you sign up for Code Red, or once you call the phone number and sign up, is it a lottery system as the doses come in? How does it work?
In order that we're getting the people signing up is who we're calling back.
So 75.
75. No, we should hit, after this round of, like Amy mentioned, the next 3 or 4 weeks, a population of about 1,200, 75 and over. We anticipate it's about 2,200 town-wide. But again, keep in mind, people have gotten this, some people might have gotten it through a hospital if they went in for a procedure or something. Some people we know got it out of state, and then some were bounced out and canceled after the fact. Some may be getting it through CVS, through the Walgreens. So we want to make sure we target that 75 and over population, or as the best we can, prior to opening it to 65 and over.
And
65 and older is another 3,300 in town.
Gotcha. And Amy, how does it work? To get your shot, what do you drive to the senior center? What's it going to look like?
Yeah, when you have your appointment time, we ask that you arrive to the senior center not too far ahead of time. We know that people like to be really early, but we have everyone in 6-minute increments, so it's really important that you don't show up an hour early. And then you will get dropped off if you're with somebody, or you come in, and we'll have a whole process for vaccinating. We have about 10 vaccinators going at all times, and you have to get your shot, and then you get observed for 15 minutes, and then you're on your way. And we will register you for your second appointment at the first, so that you'll leave there knowing when you come back for your second dose. But it is entirely run by volunteers and in partnership with the hospital. So we're really thankful for those that have contributed their time to assist us in that. We have about 35 volunteers for each shift.
And just to reiterate, what days of the week is this being offered?
Mondays only. Mondays. The next 4 Mondays.
But do not show up to the senior center if you do not have an appointment.
Gotcha.
And it's important to note, if you're registered for Code Red, if you do not have a time and a date, you're not set for a vaccine. You need to have a time and a date, and then you're registered for your vaccine. So if you don't have that, you need to call that number or make sure you're registered with Code Red.
And then once they're registered with Code Red, it's a matter of sitting back and waiting for your phone call.
It should be pretty quick, but you'll get a phone call usually within a day or 2.
Awesome. Is there anything else you guys would like to add to help Westerly people, or do you think we've covered it?
Sure. One more note. We know that we also have the opportunity to sign up for Code Red for 65 to 74, as you saw that box when Ben was walking us through. At the moment, we don't know whether the town will be administering those doses or not, or if we will be just sending out information once we have it from the state. So it may be a different process when we get to that population, but we will continue to keep you informed.
And what we'll do is we'll come back and do this again in another 2 weeks and see how things have progressed. But I think this is very helpful. Chief, Amy, thank you guys very much for taking the time today to help explain to Westerly.
Thank you. Good to see you. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.